right, it's time for our first alert forecast. Lonnie Quinn is here with the details. So we have a little bit of snow tonight. So it was milder today, and the winds died down. But now, of course, we get something else.
Look, you made your way up to like that 40-degree reading today, but I still think the bigger takeaway, the winds were not as tough outside.
Definitely.
And that makes it feel much more tolerable. Let me show you the picture, all right? As you look out over the Brooklyn Bridge, that shot always looks great to me. Good looking picture, 37, all right, but not as harsh because the winds are not blowing as strongly as they were before. How things work out? Well, the light snow that Doug and Christine and I were just talking about will be arriving late tonight, really the overnight hours, after midnight for the most part. It's not a whole lot. Generally, it's an inch or less for most everybody. Could be, I think this is worded perfectly, could be a touch more north and west. Some of the higher elevated spots could go over an inch, but not dramatically. You just don't have enough. You don't have enough ingredients to make a big cake. You just don't. There's not enough moisture out there. The temperatures warm up slightly as we get into Sunday and Monday. I think you're above 40 degrees, but there will be another Arctic blast that follows it by the time you get to Thursday, Wednesday and Thursday of next week. I don't think you're getting above the freezing mark. Now, if we do address the situation with the fires burning in Southern California, air quality, which was higher yesterday, is now 107 on the air quality index for Los Angeles. But the winds dictate where the worst air is. And as of right now, there's your plume of smoke. All right, the Santa Anas, which are winds that blow from the mountains towards the ocean. Well, they're being replaced now by an onshore flow. See this right here? So watch your smoke plume as we look into the future. Watch what it does. It gets pushed as far south as San Diego and the Mexico border, and then the Santa Anas will kick it in again. You see it right here, and push some of that back up to the north by the time you get to Saturday at 5 p.m. But the winds in general are backing down, but I think they're going to kick back in again before we finish out the weekend and go into next week. So I think next week you are looking at a chance again for some 30, 40, or 50-mile-per-hour gusts. Not 100, but still. I mean, how do you fight a fire with 30, 40, and 50-mile-per-hour gusts? They've had that for days. I think next week could be a problem as well. For us, it's a little bit of this, not smoke, a little bit of the snow that we're watching get closer and closer to our area. So it's into western Pennsylvania, around Pittsburgh right now. What will we see out of it? Well, let's give you the latest information. So the clouds are in place. You're going to get to 3 o'clock in the morning. Some leading snow showers come in. So let's watch, you and me, if this is really going to shift gears and become something big. All right, spoiler alert, it's not. Everything we see shows it sort of absorbing some dry air, and it just kind of fades away. There will be some snow showers out there at 8:30 in the morning, maybe a little bit more until about 11 a.m., but just not a big number. And there's some clearing. All right, there's some clearing by Saturday, 8:30 later in the day. All right, let's pull up the numbers for you. The amount of snow we're talking about, well, click the button and you're going to find these are modest numbers. And this is the most aggressive study I can find, and it shows the big number on the map being a 1.1. I think for the most part, as I said, most of the area sees an inch or less. Could be a few spots that get over an inch. Then you get into Sunday, it's 40 degrees, Monday's 41, so there's a little bit of that milder air I'm talking about with sunshine. Tuesday, there's a chance for a few flakes to come through the area with a relatively weak system, but it will bring colder air behind it. So I think Wednesday and Thursday of next week, high temp, maybe 30, 31 degrees, so you're right back into the cold stuff.
So the street sweepers might be more effective than the snow plows.
Yeah. Well, you know,
the city streets.
You use this word plowable.
Yeah.
Is it a plowable snow? Well, I mean, not.
No, not really.
They may be out, but
with
less work to do. All right, Lonnie. Thanks you.
Okay.